What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So if you guys haven't seen my last video, I did get a little injury. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what my rehab workout looks like to be building up the strength in my legs, specifically my groin and like my hip flexors and all those areas right there that are weak for me. So I'm going to be taking you guys through all of that. It's also just going to be another day in the life. So I'm going to be showing you guys all of what I do today. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video and hopefully you guys will stick around to it. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to do a voiceover to describe the workout and explain it a little bit better. So basically, I got this complete workout from Matt from Become Elite whenever he was coming through his groin injury and his lower abdominal surgery. So basically, we started off on the stationary bike for 10 minutes. Then that was feeling really well, but I wasn't quite ready to move to the treadmill quite yet to do any kind of intense jogging or running. So I went to the elliptical for 5 minutes just so that way it's not so harsh on my joints. Then as soon as that was over, I finally moved into the main part of the workout where I started with these RDLs. I did 4 sets of 10 reps and this was really good, working on strengthening back up all of the areas that surround the groin. Then after that, I moved into these goblet squats. Everything will be lightweight or no weight at all. This was, I believe, only like a 25 or 30 pound kettlebell, and I'm not working on trying to get power or massive strength. I'm just working on trying to slowly ramp up my workouts to slowly start getting the strength back up. I don't want to go straight back into me doing 400 pounds on my leg press. I want to ease my way back up. Then I moved into the step ups where I did 4 sets of 10. Again, I'm not working on explosive power. I'm working on just getting that fundamental movement back down to go ahead and start getting some mobility back up in my hips and my legs overall, and at the same time working on getting that strength in my quads and also in the hamstrings as well. As soon as this was over, I then moved into the single leg bridges. I could really start to feel some of the pain in my groin here, where you're really kind of pushing up. You can feel that it's kind of stretching out those hip flexors. My main injury is my groin, but my hamstrings, my glutes, and my hip flexors are all very tight, weak, and sore. So I'm working on strengthening up all those areas. That was probably one of the reasons why I pulled my groin, was because there were some muscle imbalances. So I'm just working on trying to get everything strong. Then after that, I went into these forward lunges. I did 2 sets of 10 reps. I felt like I could have done more, probably could have done about 3 sets of 12 reps, but I was sticking to the exact workout that Matt did, and I just wanted to play it safe. I didn't want to overdo it. Whenever you're coming through injuries, you don't want to start pushing it when you're feeling good, because that's where a lot of people mess up and they end up making the injury worse again. So you want to take it slow and really ease into it. Then I moved into these dead bugs where I did 3 sets of 10 reps on each side. And this one, again, I could really feel it in the lower abs, hip flexor, and groin area. This was really good, but I kind of feel like doing these strengthening exercises have helped eliminate the pain. There for a while, I was just doing stretching and it wasn't getting any better. But doing these strength exercises have really helped get that strength back up and has really helped eliminate the pain. Then I moved into these bird dogs. You can see where I was kind of shaking a little bit. My stability is not good. Taking that little bit of time off, I've lost a lot of, that stability in my abs and everything. But that's why we're here. That's why we're working. In about a week or 2, I'll be back up to speed to where I'll be almost back up to normal, I think. But I did this one for 3 sets of 10 reps on each side as well. And this one was really good. You can see right there, my stability just isn't quite there yet, but we're gonna keep working and we're gonna keep improving. Then I moved into these ball squeezes. I did 3 sets of 30-second holds. And this one, again, I could feel it in my groin, but after I did it, it was already starting to feel a lot better. Then I moved into these crunches where I did 3 sets of 20 reps. Again, I'm trying to strengthen up my core, my hips, my glutes, my hamstrings, my groin, my quads. I'm trying to hit all of those areas to make sure I'm strengthening all of the areas back up. Then I did this groin range of motion movement. I just did this for 30 seconds one time. I didn't want to overdo it because this is kind of a stretch as well, so I didn't want to possibly overstretch it. Then I went into these hip mobility kind of movements. I don't really know what this is called, but I know it's really good on just getting your hips to open up and to get the mobility back into them. Then I moved into some band work. So I did some hip flexion right here just to work on the front part of my hips. Then after that, I moved into these hip abductions to where you're putting your leg to the outside, working on hitting that outer part of the glute. Right there, that's all part of your hip area. Then I moved into some hip extensions just to work on opening up the hips. All these, I love doing these. I've been doing these for quite a while now, ever since I came back from my knee injury. And then this one right here is the hip adduction to work on that adductor, which is your groin. So this will also work on your planning leg as well, because you're having to fight that band pulling you from, falling over to the side. So it also will help work on some stability and balance as well. And the bottom of your feet and like your ankle area will be burdened by the time you're done, because you're really having to fight the band from pulling you off balance and everything. So this has been really good. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I love doing these. Then for the final exercise, I just grabbed a light 35-pound dumbbell and I did 3 sets of 12 reps each of calf raises, just to go ahead and start working on strengthening up the calves and the Achilles tendon, all that area right there around the ankle as well. All right, workout is done. That one felt really good. Feels so good to be able to do leg workouts again and be able to like bike, and I even did the elliptical. So it feels so good to be able to do that with hardly any pain. So it was really good, felt really good to get that in. So now I'm gonna head back home. I'm gonna get in a little training session a little bit later, and I'm not sure what else I'll be doing, but you guys will see. All right, finished lunch not too long ago. Once I finished, I started writing in my soccer journal. I love doing this. I've been doing this now for 2 years, and it's just really good to like write down your thoughts, express how you're feeling about trainings, of your goals and everything like that. Anyways, as I was saying, having a soccer journal is really good, just to be able to write down how everything's going, all of your goals, what you want to improve on and what you feel like you've been doing well. And it's really cool to look back on it after like a year or so and just see all of like the things that were like going on at certain time periods of your life, and like look back and reflect and really see how far you have come. It's really cool. I love doing it. It just helps me like clear my mind and write down all of my lows and all of my highs. I really enjoy it. My training still hasn't been too intense. I've just been trying to take it slowly. My groin feels good doing like everything except whenever I go to do like a really hard plant or any kind of fast dribbling. It's just kind of like a nagging pain, which I was talking to one of the guys that I used to play with, and he's in school right now to be a physical therapist. He only has about a month left, and then he'll actually be working at a place here in Florida. So he knows what he's talking about, and he said that it should be good for me to go ahead and start pushing it a little bit more as long as the pain's not severe, because nagging pain kind of comes with groin injuries. He said that I can experience kind of pain, like a small sort of pain, for months after it kind of heals up. So he thinks I should be good to go because I took a full week off to let it rest. I iced it, stretched, all that stuff. And now the past 2 weeks, I've been doing rehab work, slowly trying to strengthen it up. So he thinks it will be good for me to like fully push into it next week and just see how it feels. I'm not like super worried with preseason quite yet because we still have, I think, 39 days before we start our first day. But it's kind of at the point to where, like, if I'm not feeling better by like this week, I'm just gonna have to start pushing it, see how my body feels. Obviously, I can't do anything and make the injury worse because then I'll be out for a while. But I can't go into preseason unfit and unsharp. So it's like a really fine balance that I'm trying to walk, of staying sharp, trying to up my fitness the best I can while also maintaining this injury, making it not get worse, and trying to help it completely heal to where I'll be 100%. So it's definitely a tricky line I'm walking, but hopefully it will pass here soon and hopefully it will heal up. So I'm going to see how it feels today, get in a very light session, but if it's feeling good, I might try and push it a little bit more. I'll see how it feels. I should have some training tomorrow with a group of guys from the villages. So I'm going to hopefully be able to make that and do some light work with them just to go ahead and start training with people again. But this injury just picked kind of a bad time. Thankfully, it didn't happen in season. I wish it would have happened maybe a little bit sooner, but at least I'm not at the place right now to where I'm going to have to call them and tell them I won't be able to make it. I know even if I come in rusty, hopefully I'll be able to talk to the coach, explain everything, and, you know, hopefully be able to like work my way back into it after like the first week or two, because I haven't taken but 1 week off. The past 2 weeks, I've still been able to juggle, do wall juggling, pass, everything like that. So I don't think I'm going to be rusty. Though I think the only thing that's going to be bad is like maybe my fitness and my game speed, like my play. But hopefully that won't be too rusty. I'm just going to go into it as confident as I can and hope for the best, because I want to do this season so bad. I don't want anything to take me out of it. The first year that I made the villages, I got an injury. That was 2 years ago. Last year I made the team, and then everything happened with the virus. And now this year I want to go into it and I want to just finally get to play there, experience life in the USL too, and just have a good season. So hopefully everything will go well. All right, so I'm back in the backyard. We live like in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by all these woods, but look at today. Florida just flexing again. Gonna be rocking the classic messy Addy Zeros, the F50s. Gonna be rocking these today for the session. Those are like my training boots for right now, and they're pretty good. I like them for an old cleat. They're not bad. Tell you, I am gassed. That's the first time I've been able to do like that much consistent like cardio and whatnot. Got my boy Gunner, my training pal. He's all tuckered out too. It's hot today. Everything's feeling like really good for the most part. Very little pain so far. I'm still taking it pretty slow on all the passing that you've seen. It's definitely not match pace or anything, but it's slowly getting there. It's much better. Probably gonna go ahead and finish up with some wall passing, or some wall juggling. I mean, been going for a little over an hour now, so I don't want to overdo it today, especially since I did a leg workout. I'm gonna finish off with that, and that's probably gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this session. So let's go ahead, let's get the juggles. Let's see how well we can do with that. Back inside, and I ended up training for an hour and 12 minutes, and I burned 897 calories. So that's the first time I've had a training session where I've almost burned 1,000 calories. Feels so good to like really work up a sweat. I felt like there at the end, I was really being able to like push myself really hard whenever I was doing like the passing and everything. So this is the time where I have to be most careful though. That's why I didn't keep going. I felt like I could have gone for like another hour. But whenever you start feeling this good after an injury, you can't push it. You have to be smart. You have to take it slowly, because if you go too hard into it, then you're just gonna end up re-injuring it and it won't completely heal. So I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. I'm gonna ice it, do all that stuff. I'll probably just sit down, watch the Arsenal game or something, and just take it easy for the rest of the day. I'm probably going to go ahead and try and make myself a chocolate protein shake. I want something that's going to be healthy, but at the same time, like kind of curb my sweet tooth craving, especially because I like chocolate. So I'm gonna try and do something that's like semi-healthy at least, but I'm gonna try and do it the best that I can. So I'm gonna try and whip something up, and I'll tell you guys if it's good or not. All right, here we go. We're gonna try it out. I've made a ton. Let's try it. That's pretty good. It's not still quite as sweet as I'd like it, but there's like no added sugar. The only sugar that's like in here that's added was from the Fairlife chocolate milk. I'm not sponsored by them, but I wish I was. But that's like the only other added sugar in here, so it's pretty good. The aftertaste of that tastes kind of like the aftertaste of when you have Cocoa Pebbles, because the way that the protein powder like has that like sitting taste in your mouth kind of makes it taste like the actual pebbles themselves. So it actually tastes pretty good. The more I drink it, the more I like it. I'll go ahead and pop up the ingredients right here if you guys want to try it out for yourself. I think it's pretty good, but you guys can see if you like it or not. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Another day in the life done. I'm gonna try and do more of these, especially whenever it comes season time. I'll be really excited to show you guys like the facilities. I probably won't get to show you guys training or anything like that, but get to show you guys around the villages, around our like facilities, everything like that. So it's gonna be pretty cool. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.